I'm 36 and I'm dating in Miami, and let me just tell you, this is crazy out here. So I was on my 5th date with this guy.
Okay, before she continues with probably a very shocking story, we'll move on to that later. But for now, guys, I want you to think about how hard it is dating as an attractive woman, right? It's just so hard. You wouldn't comprehend it. You wouldn't get it on GPG. But now, guys, as mentioned, let's get started with this one. We'll check on her frightening stories. Then we have an article. And as always, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Now, let's go back to this baddie.
5th date with this guy. 5th date with this guy. And he was finally inviting me on his boat. He had talked about his boat a couple of times.
Oh, wait, so she's dating the guy with the boat? What a coincidence. Right, guys? What a coincidence. Because as we all know, she went for personality and he just happened to have a boat.
It's like throughout our dating, and he had mentioned a couple times that he has a lot of girls that are friends, which normally would raise a red flag to me, but he was such a gentleman on all.
But it actually attracts you because you chase the red flags. We know. So the guy who owns a boat, successful with the ladies, you know, kind of a player, and she fell in love with that one.
All the dates, like he would pick me up, open the door for me, we would go to nice restaurants, like just a really good guy. Like no other red flags except for that one thing.
What, he opened the door? Oh wow, he's such a gentleman. You know, like the ones who no longer exist. Now, of course, we all know that every single man, probably like 99% of the men that this woman has dated, have opened doors for her, alright? It's just, guys, that when you don't have a boat, it doesn't have the same effect as when you do have a boat, alright? Because everybody else is opening doors, but they don't pique this woman's attention at all.
Okay, so time for the boat ride, right? Like I have a bikini and like a cute dress. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Like he didn't mention any details, so I'd kind of just assumed that it was going to be me and him on the boat, and that was it. Whenever I got on the boat, you guys, no joke, huge boat, 3 stories. He had full staff, like he has a chef, a captain, bartenders, like full staff on the boat. So I'm like thinking to myself, like, okay, this looks like there's probably going to be more people. So we get on there, he gets like a drink or whatever, and we're sitting down, we're talking, and I'm not even joking with you right now, my ex's brother from Chicago walks on to the boat.
What are the odds? Extremely high in this instance, because these women, guys, they have sex with so many people. You can get them on a boat with like 5 random people, and probably she slept with 2 of them, right? Or these 2 are related to the one she slept with. More coincidences, you know, more relatives than in Star Wars 9.
And I'm thinking in my head, oh my fucking god. And I don't think he recognized me because I have blonde hair now. I was brunette whenever I knew him. So he's like, hi, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. We start talking, and then I see it click in his head that he realizes who I am. But he just kind of like played along, thankfully. Next people who walk on the boat are his daughter and his daughter's friend.
And how many of them did you sleep with? Probably none, I'm guessing, but, you know, again, related to someone she slept with.
She's like 20 years old. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm gonna meet his kids? Like, he didn't even give me a heads up. So I meet his daughter, thank God she's really nice. But I'm kind of like feeling a little bit stressed out. Like I wanna get off of this boat at this point. Then his son gets on the boat with his son's girlfriend. More of his friends get on the boat, and then so like there's a couple of couples on the boat, and then these 3 really hot girls get on the boat. And I'm like, no fucking way. And they're like all at the bar talking to him, like surrounding him, and I'm like over talking to his daughter. I'm like, whatever, like there's nothing I can do about it. I might as well just like enjoy my time on the boat and just like step back and be an observer in the situation. So as the boat ride goes on, it's like.
Guys, I'm gonna pause it right here because I was just thinking while watching this. I know that a lot of you struggle with dating, alright? And you're finding it hard. You're done, I can't get no women. Okay, guys, have you thought about owning a 3-story boat, right? Now, you say it's hard dating and all that, but have you tried having a 3-story boat? Alright, because then dating will be easy. It's that easy, guys. Just own a 3-story boat. And you know, fill it up with 10 hot women, and that's it, and you're gonna be successful at dating. Follow for more tips.
Like hot and cold between him and I. He comes up to me and he's like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was just a little bit overwhelmed because I wasn't expecting to like meet your kids or like meet all of your friends on this boat ride." And he was like, "Oh, did you think it was just gonna be us?" And I was like, I just didn't know." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So then like he took some time like with just me and him, which was nice. But by the end of the boat ride, they're all doing like karaoke, and there is this really hot karaoke girl on the boat ride and like flirting with him. We have dinner on the boat and she sits next to him. You guys, it was so, she's like flirting with him right in front of me. Like she didn't give a fuck. Like she was flirting with him. It was so awkward. And after that, I couldn't do it. I can't see him again. It was just too weird. And I felt like kind of offended over it. And I feel like he should have given me a heads up. So let me know what you think.
Well, you just want the rich bad boy for you, right? But this is what being rich and attractive, this is what having a personality gets you. I mean, think of it, guys. This man has such a nice personality that all the women want to be with him. Alright? Now, there are some well-known patriarchal pigs on the internet, some red pillars, that will say that it's all about fame and status and money and looks. But see, in this instance, this man's personality, it gets him a lot of miles, you know? So, look guys, just have a better personality and a 3-story boat, and you're gonna be successful at dating. It's that easy. But now, let's move on to our article, guys. I'm trying to keep the laughter. I can. I can. But now, let's move on to the article. Guys, I communicated a need and set a boundary, and it went well. My last and only relationship was abusive. If I ever brought something up that was slightly uncomfortable, or something I needed emotionally from him, so this is a woman, he'd get defensive, apathetic, will blame me, or will get so spiral level sad and make me feel like I did that to him. Oh, so the average male experience with having a girlfriend is what you're saying, alright? This is every man on the planet, with 5 exceptions, when dealing with women, right? You cannot hold them accountable. They'll get immediately uncomfortable. They'll get defensive. They'll start to, reflect their guilt on you and the bad things on you. They'll start coping, or they'll just cry because you made them feel bad. And they'll make your objective point about something bad they did, which you communicated in a nice manner. They'll make it all about how you made them feel by telling them, right? Women, am I right, fellas? I continue. So I've never been good with communicating what I need from someone, sending risky texts, setting boundaries, etc. I just let people do what they want, and I usually end up uncomfortable. But I'm seeing a guy for the first time since my last relationship, where he had an affair and left me. So this is the last relationship. I've had a lot of walls up. I've been very cautious and protective of myself because I can't go through what I went through with my ex again. So when this guy sort of went MIA for a bit, I didn't initiate much, etc. He didn't initiate much, etc. I was confused because he seemed extremely interested even during these no-show periods. I thought of just waiting to see if he did anything or just initiating myself, but I decided to communicate, and he actually took it well. That is unheard of for me. I wanted to cry. I said that I need mutual initiation, mutual showing up, etc. in a kind but direct way, and he took accountability for why he sort of went MIA, and said he wanted to continue seeing me. I said if this is going to happen, I need us to be on the same page about the mutual level of effort, and he said he was totally on that page, and then took action, not just words, to ask me out another date. I'm flabbergasted. I'm still being cautious and protecting myself, but I'm so proud of myself for advocating for my needs, and I'm so happy they were respected. I guess not all hope for men is lost, apparently. And we end it with that. I guess that not all men are trash, you know. Most are, don't get me wrong, but maybe some men, guys, actually deserve to live. Can you imagine that? This woman states. But anyway, I'm happy for her, actually. She just needed... This is unheard. This is what really is unheard of. A woman who makes a mistake and then actually fix it. Alright, then actually takes active steps towards not allowing the past to reoccur again. It's crazy, I know. It's insane. Because most women need 3 decades of doing the same mistake to quote-unquote learn, when they really haven't. So if this one has learned and now she's taken the right steps, congratulations. But the point I wanted to make is for the boys, rather, because it's most of my audience, and because I like men more. Not in attraction-wise, I just simply... I like good people more than bad people, which happen to be women, right? They're just terrible, guys. Women are terrible nowadays. So yeah, I'm not really into people who don't take accountability, who are arrogant and all that. So my advice is targeted towards men, mostly. You're setting boundaries, right? Now, interestingly enough, if you don't set boundaries in order to sort of amend a situation, you know, like, oh, well, when I set boundaries, that makes her cry because she feels bad or whatever, so I'm not going to set boundaries to fix the relationship, to put a bandage on it. Yeah, that is going to backfire. You not putting boundaries is the fastest way to make a woman lose respect for you. And you're going to end up in a worse situation than you initially started, right? I feel like men, and this is why I wanted to talk about it, I feel like men, especially younger men, they don't put enough boundaries, or they don't know how to, you know, and they tend to be soft. And I've been to blame for this myself, all right? So I'm not speaking from a point of a higher moral high ground, or so, well, not moral, but you know, a high ground or something like, oh, you plebes, you have to do this. No, I've been guilty of this too, you know, trying to be too nice, too kind to these women, because they manipulate you, right? They manipulate you in the same way that babies manipulate you. When they don't get something they want, they cry about it. And babies, you know, they inherently know how to manipulate. If they want something and they're not getting it, they'll make your life worse. They'll cry, they'll throw a tantrum. Oh, if you don't give me this, I'm going to misbehave. And in the same way as with babies, guys, you have to show women that you're not going to bend, you know? I'm not saying you have to be extremely rigid or make no compromise with anything, never. But just, you know, stick to your guns. If it's something important for you, if it's a boundary you're not willing to step over, let it be known. And guys, if she's gonna walk out, let her walk out. If a woman actually walks out or disrespects you for having basic and healthy boundaries, she's gonna walk out anyways. It's just a matter of time, you know? So better cut your losses. But I just find it so important for men to have boundaries, know how to implement them, just as this woman said. She said it in a kind... I can't find where it's right now, but she said it in a kind but direct way. That's what you need. Women, guys, they don't want to hear this, alright? But women, they really are like children in a lot of aspects. They can take accountability just like little children. And they also... you sort of need to put them in their place, you know? Just like you will with your kid. Not by being an asshole, just by being rigid. And they like that. They like men being leaders. They like men who assert themselves. They like men who put things into order. They don't like chaotic men. You know, so the best thing you can do for yourself and for, say, a girl is being you. knowing your boundaries, knowing your principles, not walking over them, and controlling the situation. That's what they like about you. And also, you have the bonus of not being too soft with a woman to keep her, only for her to backstab you. You also have the bonus of not being disrespected all the time. So we're gonna end it there, a bit of a shorter episode, but I think this is enough. You know, we've given some good advice. We do that from time to time on this channel. If you're new, we mostly joke about wieners and being gay, but from time to time, we actually give some meaningful advice, right? So like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. But now, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Hope you have a good day.
Date with this guy.
Okay, we'll move on to that later, but for now, guys, I already blew it, fuck me.